Let's run. Okay. Shalom uvracha. Today we'll learn about mouses in Mouses. Mace. Mace is a lot. Mouses. Mace. Mace in temple.
Mazes.
Mazes.
Okay.
Mazes, you say?
Mice.
Mice.
Mice? Like mouse?
Mouse one.
Right.
Mace a lot.
Mice.
Mice one and a lot.
More. Mice are many.
Many mace and one mouse. Okay. Today we'll learn about mace in mice. Shalom uvracha. Today we'll learn about mice in a temple, in Kodesh HaKodeshim. How it can be? We learn in Gemara, in Masechet Psachim, Daf 10, page 2. We learn like this. Rava said, if one saw a mouse enter a house with a loaf of bread in his mouth, and he entered after the mouse and found crumbs in the house, crumbs. The house requires additional searching due to the fact that a mouse doesn't typical general crumbs. No, it's something else. He not here. He not translate. He explain this Gemara. I will translate you. Gemara says like this. Rava asked, mouse entered in a house, and in his mouth there is some piece of bread. After this mouse, enter another mouse. No. No. Just a moment. Just not. This is. Shalom. It's already a different situation. Okay, I will translate you from Gemara, straight from Gemara. Again, it's Gemara in Masechet Psachim, Daf Yud Amud Bet. You find it? Very nice. Thank you very much. I'll tell you my. I hope you'll understand, and if not, then we'll learn. Then we'll open this from the beginning. Gemara Masechet Psachim asks like this: mouse entered to the house with piece of bread in mouth, and then another mouth get into this house again. Now we talk about Pesach. The house is clean for Pesach. It means that it's forbidden that any chametz will be in this home. And after that, we checked already the house, and the house absolutely clean. Suddenly, we saw that mouth get into this piece of bread. Now, house again is not kasher for Pesach. If there is bread in home, no, big piece of bread like this, like it's not patul.
We said you have to destroy it.
Again,
You have to destroy it.
destroy it.
It's
No, if it's not after Pesach, before Pesach, you have to check it and to find again, to find. So how, and you saw that mouse brought this piece of bread, chametz, in home now, and you have to check again. But suddenly you see the mouse get out of your home with this bread in his mouth. In this situation, are you have to check this home, this house?
You did it already.
But you did it before the mouse brought this bread. Now you saw bread in your house.
But he took it out.
That is the question. Is it took out, or maybe it's another mouse? They find another piece of bread that took it out, and this bread that he brought stayed there. This is the question. Another question is, but if we don't know what to do in this situation, it's teko, we don't know what to do. Another situation, a gray mouse get into the house, and white mouse went out with this piece of bread. In this situation, are you have to check this home again? Again, we don't know. Maybe it's this. This is different mouses. We know it's for sure, but maybe one took from another. But there is opinion that mouses they not take one from other food. This is opinion one. So maybe he didn't took. He just put there, and some another mouse took this bread and went out, and still we don't know what we do in this situation. But if it's not mouse, if it's mouse brought this bread in, and the rat took this bread out, it is the same. Rat can take this mouse. So this is the question of Gemara that we talk here in the Gemara, and I ask you, why should we learn about those disgusting things? Why we should learn about mouses and jukim and all kind of things and rats, and this is a holy book? You have to bless before you read about those mouses? You have to wash your hand at a dime in order to read the Gemara. What is holy in all that?
I'm confused by the question. This is like this is about practicality, right? If there is situations in life where you might deal with things that aren't so clean. So isn't it important?
Yes, it's important because a lot of people, they could imagine, or they can expect that those things that connected to holiness, to something sanctity, it should be very, very nice and good and pure and all that. But we see somehow Gemara talks about all those dirty things. And if you need to know what to do with mouses, so invite some company that they catched mouses and they destroyed them. Why you should learn in Gemara? But really, we understand that it's not true. It's not that, because always, as we told in our previous two lectures, always when Chazal talk about those kind of things, something standing behind all that. It's not a question, not mouse and not some rats and all other things. it's always ideas. And so we try to understand what they really talk, not what they talk about, but what they really talk about. Now, Chazal says that all animals in the world, they represent some power that exists in everybody, in any man. Chazal says that when Adam gave names to animals in paradise, he didn't just, invent some names and say some poetical, some words that it will look like a nice, like it's a namer, it's a sus, gamal, chamor. No, he saw their power in his soul, in himself. And when he recognized this power, he gave this name to the animal. And this animal became be as it is. I know that it's difficult to understand, but I'll give you an example and you'll understand. For example, I think I told you once already about that when a man saw in himself, he saw something cruel, it's appear in our world as a tiger. And when he saw in himself some loyalty, in this world it appears as a dog. And when he saw in himself some ability to work all the time, something to do quickly. I don't know how to say in English. Zrizut.
Doing it quickly.
It's like that he's working in this world. It was ants. Let's say Malbim. He says ant. It's a symbol of Zrizut, and he says if you lazy and you think that you have no power, no strength, you don't want to do anything, you should know that in yourself there is this power of quick worker and some ability to work. I think ant, they are only one of the rare animals that they never sleep. Yeah, they never sleep. I think it's like they always in function. They do and move. They move. So you should know that this power there is inside of you. That Malbim explained. Now, if any animal represents some power, we know that the mouses, they also present some power. What kind of power? What kind of idea they represent? And Chazal says that they represent idea of destruction. They symbol of destruction. Why mouses? Why not birds or some dog or cat destruction? Because mouses, they one of the rare animals that they enjoy to destroy something without have any benefit for that. You know that almost all predators, they hunt only when they are starving, when they're hungry. If a lion is not hungry, he doesn't attack. But he only when he thinks that you are frightening him something there.
That destroyed our washing machine.
Yes.
No, not washing machine. Dishwasher.
Well,
It ate the back.
Yes. That's what's in my home also. Exactly, dishwasher.
And stam.
Yes, stam. That's what they represent. They just destroyed, and this power exists in the world inside of us, and among other people, like even in reality, there are power of destruction. Um, and this is one of the 8 animals that they make impurity, something impure. Now, nations, they also built as a man, and each nation also represents some power. For example, there is symbol of this nation. For example, in England, English, they represent Great Britain. They have a lion as a representative of their symbol. America, what kind of animal?
Eagle.
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 Yes, eagle. And Chazal says that Iran, Parsim, Iran is a dove, bear, and Greeks, they are leopard, say?
Leopard.
Leopard. Amalek, they are snake. And I want to ask you, what do you think? What Chazal says, which nation represent mouses? Mice.
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 Mitzrayim.
Which?
Mitzrayim.
Mitzrayim, okay. Again, someone else?
Roman.
Roman?
Yeah.
No, they have eagle. You remember? They have like I'll help you. Arabs.
Ishmael. Really?
Sorry, can we just go back a little bit? Why was it that the mice represent destruction and not another attribute?
Because mice, they
Just
spoil all
destroy-
kind of
destroy
things.
and stop.
Just one. They spoiled all kind of things without having any. They not eat those things. They're not in. Like a cat, it's something destroy your milk, but it eats for. They want to take, but it doesn't have any. They not enjoy. It's just wasteful. Exactly. Okay. Now, Arabs. They say not Arab. Plishtim. Their symbol, it was a mouse. And how we know that? Just a moment. I want to show you. Just a moment. Shmuel Aleph Perik Vav. You remember probably who learned. Here, who learned Shmuel, book of Shmuel? It's written. Samuel, you say there. It's written in that when Jews went, they did a war with Plishtim. Philistine, you say?
Philistines.
Philistine. They make war with Philistine. They captured our Aron HaKodesh. Shaul went to the war, make battle with Philistines, and in this battle, they won, and they captured from us Aron HaKodesh. And this Aron HaKodesh, when it was in among Plishtim, it started to kill all of them. They make a epidemical and all kind of things. They start die. All people around Aron HaKodesh. So they decided to bring it back to Jews, and they say, okay, you won, and they brought back this Aron HaKodesh. And with Aron HaKodesh, they also send mice, 5 golden mice. Golden mices, yes.
So they weren't real.
I will show you. It was their idols.
Okay.
I will show you this story. Hmm. He says again, make your. So they decided make your images of mice, which are demolishing the country, and gave them to homage to the God of Israel. Perhaps he will elevate his hand from upon you and your gods and your land. Hmm. So they took those five mice,
Mice.
mice. They took those five mice from gold and sent them to Jews. Now, this is written in Samuel chapter 6, and then just a moment. I find this verse this verse 3. They replied, if you are sending back the ark of God to Israel, you must not send it back empty-handed, but you must certainly send back a guilt offering to him, to Hashem, that they are they guilty. Then you will be held. And then they decided to send those five mice. Mice? Five golden images of five golden mice for the same plague. In upon all to the kitzur. This is the idea. Okay, you understand what they haven't? Good. Now they sent these five idols, golden idols of mice, and what Jews should do with these things? What do you think?
Throw them out.
Burn it.
Throw it out, burning, right? That is, it's simple, right? But I will tell you something that's unbelievable. You know what they did with that? Something that you cannot imagine, that's what they did. Think about something, I will tell you some paradox. Think about something that you cannot imagine, and that's what they did. No, their prophets say what to do with that. Our prophets say what you should do with those. Our good prophet.
Melt it down and use it for Mashal Kodesh.
How? You can destroy it and make from this gold some, like a golden calf, or different kind of, or something good. Okay, this is one possibility, but you can imagine that. I want to ask you something that you cannot imagine. What they did with those five mice. Mice. Thank you very much. Thank you that you insist, and I'm very appreciate. Really, thank you very much. Mice. What they did with those five mice. Something that you cannot imagine.
Sent them back.
But it can imagine.
Wait, you're asking us to tell you something that we can't imagine?
Yes.
We will not be able to tell you what, because we cannot imagine.
This is a paradox. I'll tell you, and you'll be agree that you couldn't imagine that. That they put it in Kodesh HaKodashim. They put it in temple, in Kodesh HaKodashim. In Kodesh HaKodashim, they have 5 things. Only 5 things. Kodesh HaKodashim, that the chief priest, no, you can't say chief priest, Kohen Gadol, get into Kodesh HaKodashim once in a year. It is the holiest place that we have in Israel. That we have just 5 things there. It's a Ark of God, Aron HaKodesh. We have there some bottle with man, and we have a stick of Aaron that happened a miracle, and it start to blossom, right? It's third. Fourth, it was at a bottle with some oil that they put this oil to only to kings of Israel and to Mashiach. It's fourth thing. And fifth, it was those 5 mice. Those 5 mice, it was fifth thing that in the Kodesh HaKodashim. Can you believe to that?
Why did they do that?
Oh, that is the question. And that's what you'll learn in next lesson.
What?
No? No, we have time?
Yes.
Okay, so I will continue. So I'll tell you. בסדר. It's unbelievable. Why they did that? And I'll tell you why. It's because we understand that Plishtim, it's not some people that lives 4,000 years ago. It's a power. Plishtim, they are power, like Amalek. It's not some genetical nation that lives 4,000 years ago. Plishtim, it's some power. Not Plishtim, Amalek. It's some power. Like a Amalek, it was once it was some nation. Then it became Shaul destroyed Amalek, and they stayed only Agag, their king. And Agag has descendants, and his descendant appeared again, Amalek, when appeared again after that in Chumash, in Tanakh,
Purim.
in Purim, time of Esther, Aman, he was Amalek. He in Iran, right? In Paras, Iran, you say. He disappeared from Iran, and then it appeared in Rome. Rome, they destroyed our temple. They were Amalek. Edom. It's red. They represent some red. Like who else? He was after Rome. It was Germany, Nazis. And after Nazis, it comes today to Iran. This is Amalek. By the way, you know why Germans call themselves Aryan? Aryan? Why they call themselves Aryan?
It's like a Greek. They think they're related to the Greek cultures or something.
No.
All the race theory, right, of Indo-Aryans.
Indo-Aryan? What is Indo-Aryan?
Like
It's
North-
Iran. Today, Iran, they call themselves Indo-Aryan. They were descendants. They same themselves as a descendants of Paras, of Persia. And today, Persia is it's Amalek. So the power. And Plishtim, it's also power. It's not just those that they Philistine that they live then. Today, it's not accidental that they call themselves Philistine, Plishtim. Palestinian. It's they descended spiritual descendants, maybe not genetical descendants, maybe yes, but I don't know. But spiritual descendants of those people. And what they represent here is just their desire to destroy. They don't want to build anything. They have their place in Gaza, and they could build their like Singapore and all of that. They don't want their like a Arab state or Palestinian state. They want to destroy it like a mice. That was in the quote I will say like maybe it's not accidentally that they built their strategy on to be under the ground, under the tunnels and like mouses, but it's like just
Good,
yeah, it's a good
good comparison.
yes comparison. Now, what they want? Why? I live among Arabs. I live in Arabs area in Jerusalem. That I live there already 15 years. Huh? We have to stop? No.
No, we have time.
Yeah. I live there already 15 years, and I a lot of time ask myself why Hashem brought why he brought to us those kind of people. They are so okay, no, Palestine. Why he brought them to us? There are a lot of good guys in the world. He could bring here some from Mozambique or from Mauritania or some or from Vietnam. I don't know. A lot of people can be around us. Why those? Why those so disgusting people? And I suddenly understood. Imagine to yourself that it wasn't that they are the Arabs among us. They can be nice and good and they smiling people, very humble and generous. What will be to us?
There will be no rebuking to us. Like we cannot see the message of Hashem, I think.
Yes, but how we would react if they'll be very good and nice and
Be friendly with them.
no doubt we will assimilate with them. You'll marry them, and that will destroy us. It's one thing. Another thing is that without them, we wouldn't be able to build our kingdom, state, sovereignty. Why? Because we don't want to have a prisons and police and army and all kinds of things that we have to serve and to have to fight war and be killed and all that. Why? We can be nice and learn Torah and we'll be people of the world. Why we should fight? Like a peace brother, we'll be peace brother, all brotherhood. But then we wouldn't have our state. We have small and clever army. How he says in tzava katan v'chacham. You remember what he says? They want to make a small and clever army. No. We have to be able to be a state. And that's what they did to us with Shaul, king of Shaul. You know that we didn't have our king at all.
Yeah.
We were tribes, a lot of tribes, and the prophets and the judges we had, but we didn't have a kingdom. And who forced us to establish kingdom? Plishtim. Plishtim. We didn't want. A lot of people were against of that, but Plishtim, they forced us to establish our state, Jewish state, because they did to us what they did in Otef Aza, when they rape and killed and steal and destroyed as in mouses. They destroyed everything. So we were forced to establish our state, and king, he can decide that he make a war, he can make mobilization of all of population, and then he make fight with them and this and that. That's what Arabs do to us today. They force us to be strong and to know how to fight and to build army and to be able to defend ourselves and to be like our sovereignty. And that is so precious, not precious, precious. It's so important that in order to teach us that, Prophet said, put those 5 mice, put those 5 mice in holiest holy, in Kodesh HaKodashim,
As a reminder.
in order that we should know how to use our enemies in our sake, against of them, how to use their power against of them, it's not our history. It's not something. Oh, they came to us. Oh, they did to us. Oh, we are poor. Oh, we are miserable. No, we understand, and you see what we get today as a result of this destruction that they did to us in Otef Aza. It gives us a lot of good things. Pay attention. A lot of good. And in order to teach us that, Chazal put that in Kodesh HaKodashim. And in the summarize that, we go back to Gemara in Masechet Psachim, that it's this mouse that get into, is it the same mouse that take out? Is it the same Plishtim, Palestinians that they get into and they get out? He says, even if it's white and black, it's the same power. You should know that, and that's why before we learn this Gemara about mice, we should remember that this is holy, that this is spiritual, this is very, very deep things that it stand behind this think about mice. Thank you very much.